Hello there and welcome to video number 29. This video is on comparing fractions. Now I thought I'd make this one because this is something that quite often comes up. It's sort of like a similar sort of thing to what we've already learned about, but it is almost its own topic in its own right. So I'm going to do this video on it. Now, keywords are common denominator. I explained it in the last video, adding and subtracting fractions. It means that denominators are the same as each other. The method when you're comparing fractions is to compare one fraction to another. You need to ensure they have common denominators, again, just like adding and subtracting, but we're not adding or subtracting them. You will need to identify the lowest common multiple of the denominators, then multiply the top and the bottom of the fraction by the number you need to use in order to make the bottom of each fraction the same. So that sounds complicated, but actually if you read it back a few times, you might understand that, I would hope. Make your decision on how to solve your problem, how to solve the problem you've been faced with based on what you did with the fractions. So, number one, which fraction is closer to 1? Let's find out. Let's see what they are when you make the denominators common. So 7 and 9 are not the same bottom numbers. Let's make 6/7 and 8/9 look like actual fractions, like that. And then we'll go, let's make them 63 on the bottom, because 7 multiplies by 9 to make 63 and 9 multiplies by 7 to make 63. So let's make 6/7 equal to 63. Now I had to multiply that number by 9 to make that 63, so I'm going to multiply that number by 9 to make 54. Okay, that's 54 out of 63. Okay, and then I'm going to do the 8/9, and I'm going to see what that is out of 63. And I had to multiply that by 7, didn't I? Alright, so that's 56 out of the 63, because I'm going to multiply that by 7. So they're pretty close to each other in actual value, aren't they? Now, if this was 63 out of 63, so 1, I'm going to put 1 is equal to 63 out of 63. That would be 1. Alright, 1 is 63 out of 63. Which one is closer to 63 out of 63? It is this one, 8/9. Alright, so I've got two answer spaces here for some reason. I'm not sure why, I don't need that one. Alright, and the answer therefore will be, and we'd have to show our working to do this, can't just guess. Alright, we would write down 8/9. Okay, that would be worth a few marks in the exam paper. Now, in question number 2, you've got to order the following fractions. You've got 3/4, 6/8, 5/6, 2/16, and 15/48. Now, that one, the last one there, has got the biggest denominator. Let's see if 16, 6, 8, and 4 all fit into 48. Well, if we multiply that by 3, that would make it 48. If we multiply that by 8, 6/8, they're 48. And if we multiply that by 6, that would be 48. And if we multiply that by 12, 4/12s, that's 48. So we know that we don't have to do anything to that one. We just have to change these. Now that's going to be 36 out of 48. That's going to be 36 out of 48. Ooh, look at that. They're the same. That's going to be 40 out of 48. And that is going to be 6 out of 48. That one's already 15 out of 48. So now we can order them, decide which one's the biggest. Doesn't matter what order we put those two in, right? Because they are the same as each other. 3/4 is the same as 6/8. You might have already figured that out just by looking at what those fractions were. But this is how we've done it, by comparing the bottom numbers, because we had some other fractions involved here as well. The smallest one, we're going to put them in ascending order. I should really say that in the question as well. But we'll put them in ascending order. Generally tend to do that just automatically anyway. So 6/48 is 2/16. That's our smallest fraction. Our next smallest fraction is 15/48. And that was there. So we've got that one done. We've got that one done. Now we need to choose either of these two. It doesn't matter which one. So I'm going to put 3/4 and then 6/8. And then I'm going to write the last one down. So I've done that one, and this one is 5/6. Okay, now I hope that makes sense. Make the denominators common and then just write the answer as the original fractions. Okay, move myself over to the other side of the screen for you so you can see question number 3. Which shape is the greater shaded area? Show how you decide. So we've got some shapes, fairly visual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares, so it's out of 6, and we've got 4 of them shaded in. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That one's out of 10, and we've got 6 of them shaded in. So 6 out of 10 maybe straight away we can see that that's 60%, but 4/6, do we know what that is? I don't know. Right. So let's see what we can convert those fractions to if they've got common denominators. So let's multiply this whole fraction here by 10. Let's multiply this whole fraction here by 6. Gives us 60. Alright, so that's out of 60, and that is also then out of 60. And then we multiplied that number there by 6, so that's 36 out of 60. 36 bits out of 60 bits would be shaded in. And then this one would be multiplied by 10, so that would be 40 out of 60, which is more, isn't it? 40 is a bigger number than 36 is, so we've decided that this one has the greater shaded area. Okay, just. So we're going to say shape A. Alright, now I'm hoping, because I've done the same thing pretty much in every single question, and you've seen 3 different types of question, that you'll be cool with this in the future. Please like the video if you learned something, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for those that have. Much appreciated. I really do appreciate it. I am still making videos. It's quite late now, but I'm going to carry on until I fall asleep. So yeah, have a lovely evening. Take care, and yeah, look after each other.